This, to me, looks like a suit of armor, not like the Marvel Collector's Core one, which looks like a big, massive pop. Hey guys, Rook here with a really quick video for you. This is going to be a toy haul video. Normally I shoot toy hunting videos, but I didn't have my camera with me this past weekend, and I saw some really cool items out in the actual stores. So these are going to be all Funko stuff for this video, just to let you guys know ahead of time. First and foremost, let's take a look at the Jurassic Park T-Rex, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, Pop Movies number 548. It's in a side-loaded packaging. Normally, of course, we see pops like this. Apologize for the glare, but the configuration is sort of like this. Sorry about that. It's a side-loaded packaging. Normally, we don't see this that often. They did it with the Cars Pops. They did it with Dark Crystal, and they're doing an exclusive with Dr. Ian Malcolm here, which is a Target exclusive, which he was injured in the Jurassic Park movie. He's actually laying on his side. So they're doing this side-loaded packaging as well. Maybe Funko has a deal in place with the people for Jurassic Park to do these side-loaded packaging. I'm only guessing because we're seeing it with both this one and the actual Ian Malcolm pop. So I'm guessing that's probably why they're doing it that way. I want to talk more about this guy shortly. Let's actually take a look at the packaging first. I do like the way the packaging looks. Kind of clever design, and it showcases all the figures back on the wave. Again, pop number 548. So let's actually get into this guy here. The side-loaded packaging is sort of different. We don't see it a whole lot of times, but they've used it occasionally. So let's actually get into this guy. He comes with two pieces. He comes with a really weird figure stand. I want to talk about this figure stand in a moment, but he has a rather large figure stand. Normally, figure stands we see for normal pops, there'd be maybe, let's say the circle would be about half this size, let's say right around there. Normally, it's not this large, so we'll come back to that in a second. Let's actually talk about the pop in general. I do like the aesthetics for him. He looks really, really cool. Big gaping mouth, black eyes, which you think a T-Rex would have, gigantic head, small little tiny itty bitty little arms. Of course, these are little T-Rex arms, the little T-Rex arms here. So we're normally seeing T-Rex arms, so I do like that. The tail looks like it connects to the actual pop here. You'll see sort of a line going down the screen right here. I'm assuming that's where they glued it in place. Very similar to, let's say, the Dragon Zord in the 6-inch scale, where they attached the tail onto the actual pop itself. That's what I have a feeling what it looks like here. He does have one plug point in his back foot here, and I want to talk about that now. Let's actually plug him into place. He will not stand properly without this figure stand. He is just way, way, way too top heavy. You see me pushing very, very hard to get this guy in place. When you actually get the actual stand in place, it would look something like that. I'm just kind of sort of holding it in place. The stand itself is pretty thick, so there's no issues for breakage on this stand. I cannot say the same with the Velociraptor. Velociraptors, I've seen lots of problems with those stands. They're very, very thin. They only have one plug point as well. And if you push too hard and try to pop the figure off, the pop off, basically, you will snap that stand. I've seen it happening. I've read about it happening to lots of people. It might be a quality control issue for Funko's side. They should have given us two plug points, in my honest opinion with this, guys. They should have given us a point here and a point here. So that would make it much more secure on the actual pop when you plug it in place. And if you did happen to crack one of those stands, it would still have another stand sort of fault tolerance or redundancy. So you wouldn't be out of luck if you broke both, if you broke this plug point here, this stand is now no longer useful. You only have really two options: lean it against something to make it stand, or put it back in the box. That to me is an unfortunate misstep for Funko. The other big problem with this guy is scale. This thing should be massive. This should be no smaller than a 6-inch pop, in my honest opinion. The biggest, baddest dinosaur that ever walked the earth should not be this scale and this size. This should be a 6-inch pop, no shorter. I would say even a 10-inch pop, the big one, maybe you get a Target exclusive. That's where I see this actual pop. This to me is another misstep by Funko. But besides that, I really like this pop. There is no articulation, if you were curious. The head does not move. It's all one solid piece. There is no articulation at all on this pop. Now let's talk about Avengers, the brand new Marvel property. Is going to be hitting sometime in the beginning of May 2018. They have tie-ins for all sorts of toys happening. Funko is no different. Let's get into it. So we have the Iron Spider, pop number 287. This is part of the Avengers Infinity War series. The odd thing is here, if you look at the pop logo, it doesn't say pop movies here. I would think they would say pop movies, but it doesn't have it listed. I do like the packaging for Iron Spider. Again, apologize for the glare. All the figures here listed on the back of the wave here. I want to talk about, where is he at here? Right here, Thanos. We'll talk about Thanos shortly. So let's actually get this guy out of pack. packaging here. I do like the Iron Spider suit. I think it looks really, really cool. Of course, this would be a follow-up to the Homecoming Spider-Man, which is with the same suit that we saw him in that particular movie, actually showcased on the back wall when he was thinking about it, but he never picked that suit up. I do like the way it looks here. It looks really, really cool. There is a bit of weird markings on the back here of the actual suit, sort of right here and right on the shoulder. I don't know if it's bad paint. It might be bad paint here on this one, so be wary of paint. Of course, we know quality control is always an issue. He's kind of cool with the hand whip pose out like that. I do wish it would make another one of him in a different pose, but in the same suit. Now, just so everyone will know, this suit that you see right here, the Iron Spider suit, is not the same Iron Spider suit that's in the Marvel continuity. It is the color of Tony Stark's armor. I believe it's sort of like an orange and gold color suit. I'll put a picture up so you can see what the actual Iron Spider suit really looks like in the comics. It does not look any way like this particular suit, but I saw this one, I'm like, oh, this looks really, really cool. I want to get the Iron Spider. I think he looks really, really neat. I think it's a cool addition to my collection. Again, not a big bobblehead guy, bobblehead like crazy, because we know licensing because of Marvel and Star Wars have to do bobblehead. So I think it looks really, really good. I do like the way this particular pop looks. So definitely think it's to be a buy. I wish it was in a different pose. I hate the new Iron Man one. I'll put a picture up here again for the Infinity Wars. I don't like that Iron Man. I think it looks odd with the weird hand cannon out in a weird flight pose. It looks very, very weird. So I'm going to steer clear from that one, but I do like this one. Let's talk about Thanos. Thanos to me should not be a standard size pop. He should be nowhere shorter than a 6-inch pop, even higher. I do know they're coming out with a 10-inch version of the Thanos, which is the same scale as the normal one in Infinity Wars, just scaled up bigger. They've done it with other pops before. They did it with the Hulk. They're doing it with a Porg now. Now they're doing it with Thanos. The biggest misstep I see that Funko did on this video was he doesn't have his helmet. I don't know why he doesn't have his helmet in the actual Funko itself. It's him with no helmet. I don't know why Funko decided to go that road. I know I've seen him in Marvel, Josh Brolin, who plays Thanos. Maybe they wanted to have more of his face showing. That's why they didn't want to cover his head like they did in any time you saw Thanos in the prior like sort of cameos. He always had that traditional Thanos helmet in, which we all know. We've seen it all the time with Thanos with that helmet. This one without the helmet is a bit odd. I don't know why Funko went that particular road. And last but not least is the big guy itself. We have the 6-inch Hulkbuster. This is, I would say, Hulkbuster 2.0. Again, this is all the figures that were available in that particular wave. We have that weird Iron Man, which is right up here, which is in that weird flight pose, which I just showed you a picture of earlier. This is number, again, no pop movies here listed. This is number 294 in the Infinity Wars wave here, at least in the pops. So I do like the way this packaging looks. Let's actually get into him. He was a pretty good deal. He was about 15 bucks at FYE. So go to your FYE. I would say to get a better price than, let's say, Hot Topic. Hot Topic is selling it, but I think for about $18. So it's about $4 cheaper if you go to FYE. And he looks really, really good. I do like this Hulkbuster. This is a completely different Hulkbuster than we saw from Marvel Collector's Corps. I'll put a picture up so you can see what it would look like. This, to me, looks like a suit of armor. Not like the Marvel Collector's Corps one, which looks like a big, massive pop. This one doesn't really scream pop to me. It looks like a big suit of armor. And I do like the way this one actually looks. Looks really, really cool. Again, he's in the traditional Iron Man suit colors. Red, gold, some silver markings, white eyes, gold helmet. No real big bad paint on this one. There's a couple splotches here and there, which is okay. He is a bobblehead, if you were curious. He is a bobblehead. Now, this to me I do like because there was no changing of parts with the Hulkbuster version 1. I'm calling this version 2.0. They're not calling it version 2.0, but this feels like a 2.0 version of Hulkbuster. To me, it looks like a guy could be in this suit. That being said, also, this is very, very heavy. There's a lot of heft to this actual pop. That being said, I think the way this looks, they could have, Funko could have engineered this one, let's say taking the Titanfall 2 sort of configuration and making a hatch in the middle of it, where you can basically put, let's say, a mini mystery figure inside and maybe close the hatch up. That's what I think they should have done with this one, which would be like an Iron Man inside the suit. I think that would have been a cooler design, in my honest opinion. I don't know why Funko went this road. Again, there is no articulation if you were curious about it. It looks like there could be. There isn't. The only thing that does move is the head, but I do like the way way this looks. It looks very, very cool. Massive 6-inch pop. Well worth 15 bucks in my honest opinion. You're getting a lot of weight here, a lot of mass. Definitely worth the money. I definitely highly recommend getting this guy if you can actually find him. He is packed, I believe, 3 to a case. Now, let's take a look at the guys that were also available in the actual Infinity Wars wave. So if you're curious what else I want to get my hands on. If we look at the packaging again here, the Thanos I talked about briefly. I think they should have made a bigger pop for that. They are making a big 10-inch one, as I said earlier, but the standard size one shouldn't be a standard size pop. Looking at the other ones here, I don't see anything else I really want to get my hands on. The Captain America here, which is the rogue version of Captain America, he has no shield. This is what we see him in the actual Infinity Wars movie after he came back from actually foregoing the shield in the movie. I don't want to give any spoilers out. If you've never seen Civil War, definitely check out that movie. All in all, I think this was a really, really cool pop. Definitely get it. I think this is a really good 6-inch pop. Again, it doesn't reuse any parts from the original Hulkbuster that we saw in the original Marvel Collector's Corps. So I think all in all it was a very, very good pop. Definitely take a look at my stream. Going to be coming out tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be another open forum chat discussion. We'll be talking about Emerald City Comic-Con Convention, which is the ECCC, which is a Seattle-based convention, which is basically Funko's stomping grounds. I'll talk about that in depth, in my honest opinion, in the actual stream for tomorrow. So I hope you like this kind of roundabout look at those particular pops. We had the T-Rex, the Iron Spider, and of course the 6-inch Hulkbuster. Definitely click that like button. Always click subscribe with a picture of my face. When you subscribe to my channel, click the little bell icon to be notified of my latest videos. And last but not least, you can click Windows over here to watch more of my videos. Take care, guys. I'll see you next video, and bye-bye.